I think that I'm uniquely qualified because I stand up for progressive principles, always have, and I can bring people together. Because here's what you got to remember. You know, we all hope that, you know, there's a wave, but there's still going to be Republicans in that Congress, because there's Alabama. I mean, you know, it looks like anyone can win, you know. So, and we got to get something done, because we're going to have a very small window of time before they're going to say the pox on your house too. So that doesn't mean we compromise our principles, but it means we got to work across the aisle. It means we got to work with people that we don't necessarily agree with, and we got to figure out what to do. But I was a commissioner of public safety 2006, and one of the things that's sort of nice is I've been, since August, been traveling around the district, but it's great to sort of see familiar faces, and I always feel like this is sort of coming home. Seeing the people that initially endorsed me here is really gratifying.
But the race this year is going to be about so much more than money. It is going to be about the candidate that can inspire people to turn out and vote. We were very pleased last Tuesday, but we can't rest on our laurels. This is going to be about people coming to the polls. Who can inspire people to turn out and vote blue? Who is going to give them that option? That's what this race is going to be about.
I want to give another round of congratulations to everyone who ran in 2017, whether you won or lost, and everybody that volunteered, circulated petitions, and made the successful movement that we had in 2017. We funded this campaign from the grassroots up. We refuse to take money from corporate PACs and lobbyists because we believe that's the only way we're going to have an opportunity to beat Elise Stefanik, because she takes their money. And you need to draw a strong contrast, and the only way you can do that is by running a clean money campaign and talking about the fact that Congresswoman Stefanik took $170,000 from the insurance industry and voted to take away health care from 83,000 of our friends and neighbors here in this district.
And I feel so strongly that a Democrat's going to win this seat 2018. Look at the results all around the 21st district last week. We didn't get them all, but we did pretty darn well, and we're moving in the right direction. Look at the number of people in the room today. You know, I went canvassing all over the place, and people are energized. And we keep it up, we're going to have a Democrat in this seat come 20. And I feel so grateful to have had such a big outpouring of support. And I just want to say, you know, the first person, I don't know if you actually know this, Todd. The first person when I was thinking about running was Todd. Did you know that? Yeah. He was before my friends, family, anybody. I showed up at the party glass, and I knew what Todd looked like, and I said, I'm going to go up to him and I'm going to tell him I'm thinking of running for Congress. You're the very first person I ever spoke to. And Tara, where's Tara? Here, where'd you go? Oh, there you are. You're also one of the very first people I spoke to. Can we give her a round of applause? Because when you did your campaign, and everybody that ran, phenomenal job, but I've just been watching you, and I have a lot of admiration for the way you ran your campaign. You're going to be such a great leader in the community. You already are.
I'm Tedra Cobb, and I'm running for Congress because every morning when I wake up, I think about the lack of compassion and the lack of common sense in our government today. And that's why I'm running. I've been on a panel with everybody, and I've made a commitment that I will chip away at Elise Stefanik, but I will not chip away at the other candidates. So it's not just that I will support them after a primary, but that during the process, I will run with integrity and I will support. I think we're very similar on the issues. I think where we're different is our experience, our style, that kind of thing. So for me, it's important to let you know and to let them know that I will support them in terms of running a respectful campaign. I think that's important for me as a human being, it's important for them, and it's important for the Democratic Party. I think that sets us apart. I think it has set us apart in the past, and I think if we run that way in the future, it will set us apart in the future as well. This district, it's very important, because I will say that Elise Stefanik may appear to be a nice person, and I'll leave it at that.
I am committed 100% to working with whoever moves through the primary, because I know a Democrat can win this district, and I want to be a part of that. And I'm running for Congress because of my deep sense of American values, of compassion, of justice, and of inclusion, and my history of stepping up into leadership positions when we need them most. And I feel a responsibility to step into a leadership role now because of my deep economic development experience that we need in order to thrive and build an economy that works for everybody. If you work 40 hours a week, you should be able to put food on your table and money in the bank. An economy that can make sure that absolutely everybody has access to quality health care, and to make sure that our clean water and our clean air is preserved for generations to come.
But I want to talk about going back 3 generations for a minute, because this really gets to my motivation for running for Congress. So I have 2 grandfathers who lived very different lives than we live today. So my grandfather on my mother's side actually was, he and my grandmother had 9 children. And he worked at Comstock Prison. And he had a good job. And he was able to live and provide his family a middle-class life. My grandfather on my father's side worked at Telescope Furniture Making Factory. He was a union steward, and he also could provide a middle-class life. And things have changed. I look at my middle brother, who he and his wife have 3 kids. She decided to stay home. He works a full-time job. That's not enough to make ends meet, so he works a second full-time job as an evening shift supervisor at Stewart's, and he picks up odd jobs on the weekend. And I don't think this is right. This is not unique to my family, to families throughout the district or families throughout the country. And I will say that this is because the rules of the economy have fundamentally changed. They've changed slowly over time so that we haven't even necessarily noticed when they happen. But the result is that we have an economy that's really built for the very wealthy and not working families. So my reason for running for Congress is to work on changing that trend.